The makeup, it's no sleep in my eyes.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Houston Astros. First pitch coming at you right after the break.
And now, please welcome your Houston Astros.
Just a little bit away from first pitch. And today's starting pitcher, Framber Valdez.
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
Ready to go? Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. Now fly ball to right center. Gamble makes the catch, and there's one gone. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
And first offering is fouled off. Way out front for strike two.
0-2.
On the ground to the left. Gloves it on the dive. Over to first. Picked in the dirt, but he beats it. What an effort that time. Singy, it looked like he might have beat it in real time, but that play was really close. So they want to take another look.
Yeah, this is a tough decision to make, Boog, and it feels like it could go either way, but it might be worth a challenge if there's any doubt at all.
So they have decided to challenge the play, and now it's up to the replay umpires in New York to make the call. Here comes Wilson Contreras. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Valdez, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a curve, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a four-seamer. Got him. And there are two down.
Just dropped it in there on the top of the strike zone. Certainly not what he was trying to do with that curveball by any means, but at the plate, you can tell he wasn't expecting it either. I'd say he got away with a big-time hanger on that one.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Burleson off of first with two away. Goes down looking. It's the Cardinals nothing and the Astros coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball and it's on the show. Back here in Houston and towing the slab here, Sonny Gray.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
And there's a foul ball.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
And it's caught for the out. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in a lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Oh, that hit him. And he saved it first. Great hustle to win the foot race there. Definitely some concern here. That ball came back and got him right on the pitching arm, as you can see him trying to shake it off.
And if nothing else, you worry about him getting some dead arm and losing some feeling. But from what I can tell, I think they're going to let him continue, and that's a really good sign.
Here's Jordan Alvarez. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Scott under this one. Hauls it in for the out.
Batting
And now it's Christian Walker.
First baseman, Christian Walker.
Ground ball, left side, and foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball. Oh, look at the stop. And that's a great play for the out. One left for Houston, scoreless after one. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Cardinals,
Top of the second, now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. Valdez back to work.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Lars Nootbaar now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Valdez, multi-time All-Star, 31 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And the 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 2 down, bases empty. And now the right fielder, Jordan Walker. Out to center. Makes the catch, inning over. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Diaz. That one is absolutely belted. And in one hops the wall. Around first, heading for 2.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. And that one in the air, center field. Scott. And out number 1 on the grab.
Batting 7th, left fielder, Chas McCormick.
And next to hit for Houston, Chas McCormick. This kid, a 21st round pick out of Millersville University in Pennsylvania. towards left center field. This one's out of here, into the archways. Kiss that ball goodbye. They must be going crazy in the dugout. And they grab the lead. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Here's Ben Gamble. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Back there. Going, gone. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
First pitch swinging, and he got the fastball. He knew exactly what to do with it, too. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
And that one is lifted in the air. Walker sizes this one up. That's out number 2. So the Houston lineup turns over. Jose Altuve up to hit here. He's 0 for 1.
Jose Altuve.
Hit in the air, center field. Scott under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. That is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. On to the 3rd inning. And now it's Ivan Herrera.
Ivan Herrera.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Pena sizing this one up. Makes the catch for the out.
Batting ninth, center fielder Victor Scott II.
And up next for St. Louis, Victor Scott.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but he also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. You know, he saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. Still down 3-0. As we go to the last of the 3rd. And stepping in for the Astros, Isaac Paredes. Check swing, called strike.
Well, these Astros doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings. Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That missed. That's a ball.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back. Gone. That one felt good, and they add on. It's 4-0. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
1 out, base is empty. Next to hit, Christian Walker. That one laced to center and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Now here is Yainer Diaz. Doubled in his first AB. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Scott under it. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
So man aboard, Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Line drive. Lunges for it, but it drops for a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Next to hit, Chas McCormick. Fastball is outside. The 1-0. Yeah, that's fouled off. And now that's 2 balls and a strike.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Walker gets under it. Makes the grab, and that will end the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game.
When I come out, they run out. I'll be working that stage to the sun out.
Back here in Houston, John Shambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Alec Burleson. Foul ball.
You know, these Cards just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Struck him out looking.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boog. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. One out, base is empty. And that drops in for a strike.
Strike 2. 1-2.
And it's through for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Nolan Arenado.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Went down on strikes his first time through.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Swings and misses.
You're bald, one
it's
strike.
0-1. Contreras stands at first with 1 out. And Nato is set down on strikes.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, with that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
Believe me, it's only one man. Believe me, it's only one man. Believe me.
So up next, Brendan Donovan. Caught looking his first time up. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. The Astros leading by 4. Top half of inning number 4. Right side. And it goes just foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Here's a high chopper. Walker takes it himself, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. The Cards leave 1. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Ben Gamble.
Right fielder, Ben Gamble.
On a bounce right side. Contreras takes it himself. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Now batting, center fielder, Jake Myers.
Here's the center fielder, Jake Myers. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. There's a swing and a drive. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Waste no time there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 0 for 2 in this one. On the ground. And it stays fair. Coming home. And he can't come up with it. He will score. Still manages a throw. And he'll pull him to second safely.
puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Nice job keeping it fair as he turned on it down the line, and once it got through the infield, it threw a double all the way.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Sonny Gray will depart, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher for the Cardinals, Riley O'Brien.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
1 out, runner at second. Isaac Paredes now at the plate, and that misses. Ball 1. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the left center field. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 6-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now it's Yordan Alvarez. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Well struck left field. And it hits the fence. Hung up in a rundown now. The relay. And he can't get back to first in time as the big turn costs him. And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker, 1 for 2.
Ball low.
This one in the dirt, and well done to keep it close. And the 1-0. Into center. Scott giving chase. Grabs it on the run. And that'll do it. They put 2 on the board, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We played 4. It's the Astros 6 and the Cardinals nothing. New inning getting started. Now the left fielder, Lars Nootbaar. Valdez back to work. That's to third. Sends it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Now it's the right fielder, Jordan Walker. Fly to center his first time. Walker measures 6 feet 6 inches, 22 years old. A former first-round pick in 2020. 1 down, base is empty.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. McCormick sizes this one up. And he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Ivan Herrera.
2 outs, base is empty. Now, Ivan Herrera. On the ground to first, Walker. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And down in order go the Cardinals. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. Back here at Dyken Park, we head to the bottom of the fifth. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's down. One hops off the wall. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So a man aboard, and the batter now, Jeremy Pena. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A two-run shot. It's 8-0. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boo. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's the left fielder, Chas McCormick. And first offering is fouled off. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Right fielder.
And now the right fielder, Ben Gamble. He's already homered in this game. And ball one to the right fielder. Swing and a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Myers.
Man at first with one gone. So next up for Houston, Jake Myers. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Base hit. Lead runner holds at third, so two runners in scoring position and just one out.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
So the batting order turns over. Jose Altuve digs in now. Up the middle, Wynn. Throws to first. Out number 2 and another run comes in. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Riley O'Brien won't go any further, and he leaves a runner at third. So we'll see how the next pitcher deals with that when we get back.
Now pitching for
Zach
St.
Thompson
Louis.
takes over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
And next to hit for Houston, Isaac Paredes.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. It gets down a base hit. Air Jordan steps in to take his hats. This one popped up. Wynn on the run towards the line. And that's a fair ball. Throw into third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. So it's a 4-run inning on 6 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5. It's the Astros 10 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
And another ball. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it.
3-1.
Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Count is full.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Back to the top of the lineup, and here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Mason Wynn. Foul ball there. The Redbirds with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Late with the swing there.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there. Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And
This to third, Paredes. Bounces it to first, but he digs it out, and the inning is over. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Not looking good. They're down 10-0. Bottom of the 6th, and here now is the Astros cleanup hitter, Christian Walker. Hard hit left side. On to first. They get him, but it was pretty close.
impressive backhand stop, but he had a little trouble getting rid of it and had to take that extra step, which could have cost him. But good job to make sure he got a good handle on it, and he got off a good strong throw to still get the out.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz, known for his rocket arm behind the plate. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Scott makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Jeremy
Pena getting ready to hit. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And it's into the gap. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And his 3rd hit of the game is a triple. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Runner at third, 2 gone. Now the left fielder, Chas McCormick. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Scott pulls it in on the run. So the Astros lead 1, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. Back here in Houston, we go to the top of the 7th. Here's Contreras now. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can forget it. He flexes his power with that swing, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 10-1.
First pitch changeup didn't fool him in the slightest. He got the front foot down, and then he blasted it out of here. With this pitcher's velocity, a changeup is really a break for a hitter. He got a BP fastball, didn't move a whole lot, and he absolutely tattooed it.
Here's Nolan Arenado, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's too low.
That's a ball.
Ball 1.
You know, these Cardinals being a little too patient at the plate in this game. We've seen them go down looking several times, just not really showing much fight in a lot of their at-bats so far.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Pulls it in on the warning track.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Brendan Donovan will hit next. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. 2 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
2 down, bases empty. Lars Nootbaar now at the plate. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1.
No ball.
These hitters have
1 strike.
been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at bats and get some base runners on.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in. And that extends the inning.
Now batting, right fielder.
So digging in, Jordan Walker. First pitch misses. That clips a corner.
That curveball's been a big pitch for him today. He's been able to get ahead in the count with it. He's also been able to use it to put guys away.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 10-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show.
I tell you what, I think we all just jumped across that line.
Bottom of the 7th. Now it's the right fielder, Ben Gamel.
Right fielder, Ben Gamel.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Scott makes the grab, 1 down. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Center fielder, Jake Myers.
To third. Arenado to first in time. 2 gone.
Up next for the Astros, second baseman, Jose
Altuve. Up next for the Astros. Out to short. Gets it to first. And they get Altuve for the out. And talk about efficient. 3 outs on 3 pitches, and the inning is done. here in Houston. We're at the top of the 8th, and now the Cardinals catcher, Ivan Herrera. Valdez back to work. And a foul ball. The 0-1. Up and in, and he gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1-2 is the count.
Stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Gamble puts it away for the out. 1 away. And now the center fielder, Victor Scott.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
The Cardinals with a lot of ground to make up, and we're in the top of the 8th. Right through there for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Mason Wynn next up for the Cardinals. That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a foul out of play. And they'll do it again.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
1 ball, 2
and
strikes.
That one almost got him. In the air, left side. McCormick moving under this one.
That's
tries
foul.
to make the play, but it's foul.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
2 outs. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Astros 10 and the Cardinals 1. Bottom of the 8th, down the number 2 hitter, Isaac Paredes.
Isaac Paredes.
And first offering is fouled off. Thompson, in his 2nd season, he features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a forkball, and he occasionally uses a curve. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Newt Bar snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend. And he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Alvarez
No,
in
that
the box
that's
here. Lets that one go for a ball.
1-0.
Bases empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hard hit, right side. The throw to first, and they get the out on Alvarez.
Now batting, first baseman, Christian
2 outs, base is empty. Christian Walker up next for the Astros. Close one,
ball.
doesn't get the call. 1-0.
1-0.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
Cardinals,
All set
the
to start the
designated
ninth in
hitter,
this one.
Alec
Now it's the
Burleson.
DH, Alec Burleson. Forrest Whitley into the game.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
She's like a stained glass church. Crosses and lovers and
And first offering is fouled off.
Hey!
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And it's fouled away. One down, base is empty. And that is out of play. And that one hammered Myers. Makes his way towards it. And that one hops the wall. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
He was all over that
Now
one. That
batting,
pretty much split
third
the zone
baseman,
down the
no,
middle, and those are the
Arenado.
ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Out towards right center field. Gamble on his way over. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
1 out left for the Cardinals. Brendan Donovan, the next to hit. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's in for a strike. They're down to their final strike.
More and more guys are looking to slug
No
regardless
balls,
of the
2
count.
strikes.
In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The Cards down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays. Great performances all the way around. Just 1 run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
10-1 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
I expect to get it every time when I approach you. Once you make it.
traders. I gave you hard work and labor. I gave you your flavor. You your haters. This fakers, you gave me crumbs, now give me cakers. The movers and fakers get around and catch the papers. While my shots is jumping like the Lakers. I want land with acres, you them the gun show papers. I'm from back in the day where the was wearing papers. And the call you a moolie, treat you like a racist. Militant, yeah, I'm back in the booth. Pop, I hit your